So were you there at Interscope when Dre went over and started Aftermath?
Yes. Wait, I came in. Okay, here, this is it. I came in a little bit after that. What was the album that had Nas and
The Firm?
The Firm. That's right. I came in right in that. What year
Right.
was that?
97.
97.
Yeah.
Okay, so I came in a little bit after that. When I came in, this is at the moment where Jimmy was taking Steve Stoute from Sony. Steve had Nas and had the Trackmasters, and Jimmy brought him over. And after I signed Enrique, Jimmy made Steve my boss. Like, I was working with him on a lot of stuff. And through Stoute too, I heard a lot of stories. You know, I wasn't there, but I was around when they had the discussion with him and Diddy about he wanted to take out Nas out of the cross and this and that.
The
And,
Hate Me Now video.
yeah, and they came in and there was some
Yeah.
bottle hitting or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Diddy. Well, I guess the story I heard was that they did the Hate Me Now video.
Yeah.
Nas and Diddy were on the cross
Yeah.
in that video.
Yeah.
After the video was done, Diddy basically changed his mind about having himself depicted like that in the video.
Right.
It gets a little hazy at this point. I guess he told Steve Stoute to take him out. Steve may have told him, sure, I'll take you out. And then the video came out with him anyways. So he showed up to Steve. He allegedly showed up to Steve's office and struck him with a champagne bottle.
That's right.
But I guess there was a payout that happened
Yes.
sometime afterwards.
Yes, it was.
And they became friends.
That's right.
There was that famous 50 Cent line. He said, after the VMAs, my baby mama cussed my ass out. I beat her ass. We're back friends like Puffy and Steve Stoute.
That's dope. I didn't even know. See, I didn't even know that, dude. Yeah, that's for real. And Jimmy was pretty much a mediator of that, like saying, guys, man, that's the one thing about that.
Okay,
dude.
so at the time, Steve Stoute was working for Jimmy Iovine.
Yeah, at the time that. Yeah,
Okay,
it
was Puffy doing anything with Jimmy Iovine?
Not yet.
Not yet.
It was coming in. I
Right.
saw Puffy later coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah, because Bad Boy eventually went over to Interscope.
That's right. Later.
Okay, so that whole situation happened. Puffy gets arrested.
Yeah.
Jimmy Iovine steps in.
In a way of in a Godfather type of way, calling, like I remember him telling, talking about Puffy, you can't be doing that. Man, no, whatever it is, you guys got to squash it out, blah blah blah. And same thing with Steve. Look, work this thing out of the, you're gonna have to pay for this. Work it out with the lawyers for the damage, but after that, there's no need to take this any further. Basically,
Because there was no lawsuit.
no, there was just a, like you said, a payoff.
Do you know how much Steve got paid off?
He got paid off well.
Millions?
You can say that.
Yeah, you could say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember not too long afterwards, you saw them hugged up at the club together.
Yeah.
Like, Puffy had his arm around Steve, and they were on the mic together. Like,
Yeah, Steve is, what I learned from Steve, dude, is, he, Steve was just like loud in a way, right? But in a good way, like, he would pump you up. So, they're just different tactics. I can tell you, I've been fortunate enough to learn from the business from, guys that have done well.
Yeah.
And with Steve, and like Steve did it big. Like, let's say, once we got the, the Enrique album was doing great again, went back again. He said, I'm taking you guys all out. I said, where we going? We're going to the Hamptons. I said, cool, we're going to the Hamptons. He didn't tell me we're going to have 120-foot yacht, with butlers, with this, with that, with models, with DJs inside of it. We were parked we threw parties, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, he made you want to work hard because at the end of the day, dude, there was going to be some surprises. Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was a cool ride.
Well,
Those days are over now. You don't find that anymore.
well, I remember, this one time I read an article about Steve Stoute, and there was a mention on when he sends emails, he pretty much puts the whole email in the subject line. And ever since then, I've been doing that.
Oh, is that right?
It's like,
Yeah, something about get it on you. Yeah.
Like there's something about the way he operates that's a little bit different that I was able to kind of pick up. He was actually one of the people I look up to in the business.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, I remember him. Remember the 2 Ways back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah. All his stuff was always on there. I'm like, oh, you know, but he was fun. He was fun. He was a good boss.
So he was very honest, and he says, I don't write that way, I don't know how. So Drake was just kind of showing him how to take his ideas and turn them into a story, and to make that story come back around.
He basically was like letting me know, I know who you is, I know we got a lot of the same people, man, but we ain't dead, nigga, basically. And I was like on a defense.